Okay, today I have decided to stop at the north west Prasat Trung, which is the corner temple of Angkor Thom, um, and bring everybody up to date a bit on what I've been doing with my bicycle lately. I haven't made any videos to show any changes for a while. Some of you who know my channel will recognize this red basket at the front of my bike. That is actually not the same one as there was a couple of years ago, but I did go back to Chiang Mai after several years in Laos and found a small shop that sells all kinds of household goods and hardware and stuff, and they had the same basket I found before, which I should maybe remind people. I'm not sure how much I explained before, but it's the exact same size as the top of the pizza rack, the specialized pizza rack. So it just fits in there perfectly and just requires a couple of zip ties, a few zip ties at each corner to hold it in place. Never come off unless I cut it loose, which is easy to do with a an X-Acto knife like that. But this rack is actually, that's a better view of it right there. So it happens to be that the large waist pack that I or bum bag, whatever you want to call them, that I bought a number of years back, and needs to be replaced, but I can't find a replacement for it. Also fits perfectly into this, and my think tank camera bag also fits perfectly into this basket. So it's, for me, it's a win-win-win situation, so if something better comes along, I will of course experiment with it, but no problem with this one. Okay, on the general cockpit area is still, I think, familiar to most people, but I did flip the trekking bars back around to their original position, where a few years back I did flip them over upside down or inverted. But at this point I find that it actually works better this way for me. Probably partially because I had inverted it because I knew I was going some very, very long distances. All the way sort of across Southeast Asia, but now at this point I'm basically just I'm on the bike every day, but they're somewhat shorter distances. Maybe an average would be 20 to 30 kilometers a day, something like that. And I'm staying in Siem Reap for 2 years now. I am getting ready to move on though, so I have been making some changes again. The hand grips on this yes, the hand grips here are new. They're very solid. I was kind of surprised and happy to find them because I've gone through like 5 different grips in the last couple of years, so all of them falling apart on me. I find these type of tubular grips to be more ergonomic than the ones that are supposed to be ergonomic, so that's still working for me. A lot of people like to make fun of my electrical tape and other modifications, but I find that this system of the grip that's more of a rubber feel, and then a little bit very, very hard because I put the electric tape on in multiple layers and very tight, so that seems to work for me at times. And then the double wrap of the normal bar tape works on other occasions, so it's really nice to be able to switch between the three. Okay, what I may not have even shown before, or maybe I did, is this feed bag here, which I've had for almost 3 years now. It's fantastic. I wish I could find a second one to go along with this one, right? The light in motion, the light in motion rechargeable light is quite amazing. I mean, I've had that for 12, close to 13 years, and there's zero problems. I can't say zero problems for the bike, but the bike has been, I bought it in late 2011, brand new, and it has done really well by me, but there have been a lot of repairs. Although at the same time, I have to say there are quite a few of the original parts still there. The disc brakes have been replaced at least once. Not the brakes, just the disc itself. The brake has only recently been giving me some problems, and I've already fixed that on one end, and the other side there must be a slow leak somewhere that I haven't found yet. So not a really big problem, but I'd like to fix it as quickly as possible. Not too long ago, I actually lost my Toe Peak Mountain Morph pump, which is really sad. I lost it in the jungle, not far from where I am right now here in Angkor Thom, but on a rough trail. And that trail, actually, it doesn't really exist. I sort of made a trail as I was going across the jungle. So I found this pump. I don't know what the brand is or anything, but I found this pump for about $10, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less. It is actually quite good in that it takes whatever inner tube I can find, because sometimes I can find one, sometimes the other, So this one is ready to work on that, and will also give me the pressure. It actually surprises me. It's easier to deal with, and lighter and smaller and all that, and cheaper than the Mountain Morph. Although I really like the Mountain Morph, I was very surprised with this one. I bought it in Siem Reap in a small bike shop. Let me see. Otherwise, nothing has really changed that much. This Vaude rear bag is still the same one that I picked up in Germany in 2017. It's great. The only problem with it is the zipper on the top here. This zipper is not that strong, and I have to keep using a pair of pliers to make it work again. If anyone who's had problems with zippers sort of knows what I'm talking about. I'd love to buy another new one again, so we'll see about that. And rear rack, 100%, no problems, no nothing. That's the Racktime rack that I've talked about before. The kickstand, I'd love to replace at some point with one that goes under the center of the bike, so it doesn't lean over. Although I have zero complaints about it. It actually did a great job. I mean, it's 12, 13 years old now, so no big complaints. The Alex rim on the back, again, just like I reported on before, is fantastic. Is zero problems. Occasionally a spoke has to be replaced, but that's about it. Um, I'd say actually with the tires and the wheels, the only problem I should say about the Alex rims, I'd like to find a set, front and rear, and just replace it all new. Exact same Alex rims, XD Light. So far, I haven't found it yet. I haven't been somewhere where it's available. And if people say, oh, you can just ship it into wherever you are, no, you can't, not unless you want to pay 3-4 times sometimes, you cannot really ship things into Southeast Asia without expecting problems. I've been lucky at times, but the wheels are no. I have to find a dealer and do it at the dealer, have them install it and all that. It's not something that I want to have shipped in to me. Let me see what else. The seat. This seat I've replaced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times or so. I don't mind that. This one is actually kind of surprised me. The last one, my favorite, was fell apart. Totally fell apart on me after 2 years in Laos during the COVID days, and so this one I found in a small bike shop that I needed some maintenance done, and they gave me a really low price, and it's it's a Selle something, real or fake or whatever it is, I don't care. It's a good seat. It has actually done me well, but it's not my favorite seat so far. I don't mind once a year or so replacing the seat, or once every 2 years. It's more likely once a year. Next coming up will be my drivetrain. Everything has to be changed. I'm still thinking that I want to have a 3x10 Shimano. While they still last, I wouldn't mind an XT 3x10 because I like riding that way. I like the I like the big gears. I don't do that much climbing. I'm not really that interested in it. So the low gear will be there on the 3x. Most of the time, I often, if it's a flat road, or if it's going downhill at all, I'm going to be on the 48 in the front, and so that's just the way it is. We all tend to like what we're used to. I'm not going to go and ask someone in a bike shop to tell me what size frame and what gears and what I should use. Let them do that. I know what I'm happy with. So still, I am looking for a new bike at some point and retire this one a bit. But it's going to be a bike that's very similar still to this bike. Okay. So I think that's maybe all I want to report on at the moment. The Bushnell light, I don't know why I like it, but I keep having problems with the switch shorting out. That's the second set of Bushnell rear lights that I have that I really like. I like the way they're designed and all of that, but for some reason, which is very strange to me because I actually was born and grew up in northwestern Germany, so it rains there all the time. So why am I having so much problem with the rains on this, Okay, maybe Bushnell is further down south or something, but still Germany does have a lot of rain, so I don't get this thing. The light, everything is still fine. It's the switch. The switch just for some reason, doesn't want to. It doesn't want to live through wet weather. which I'll always be around wet weather because I prefer it wet and cold. You know, I mean, I'm now planning to go back to Seattle, so that's also going to be wet and cold. So not sure what I'm going to replace it with. The odd thing is that this cat eye in the back, you know, gives me no problems at all, and I've had it for like 11, 12 years now, and it's 100% no problem. You know, it's always working, but they don't make them anymore, you know, so I'm still, you know, and it doesn't really fit for the back of my rack here. So I'm probably going to have to get another Bushmiller again. I just don't know what to do about that. Just keep buying new ones every 4 or 5 years, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to keep running down the road here. Come back down at the gate down here at the west gate. And hopefully this video, I'm not sure, we've got such strange lighting here, I'm not sure if we've got a video that we can show. Otherwise I'll have to make another one very soon. Okay, over and out. And that is it.